Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why your eyes hold a lot of power on seed retention. Your eyes start holding so much power on seed retention. You can literally tell people's intentions. You can tell you might have a better gauge on people's intentions about you, or what you're really about when you decide to go on seed retention. The eyes tell all. The eyes are literally the windows to the soul. If if people if people tell if you meet someone in the eye and then you hold eye contact with them and you're speaking to them, you can really sense what type of feeling they might have. You might sense fear. You might sense acknowledgement. You might sense surrender. You might just sense just a lot of different things. You might sense a lot of different things when you're on seed retention and you start to look at people in the eye for an extended period of time. You can literally tell how people's emotional state is just by looking in their eyes. And you start only, like I said before, you only start correlating with people. You only start living with people. You can only really live in harmony, live in peace with people who are vibrating at similar vibrational frequencies as you. Someone who's giving especially if you're on seed retention. Maybe let's for an example give it. Let's say it's a woman, and you look at them and they look at you, but they have some sort of uneasy feeling. They might be anxious. They might be worried. You, as a masculine man, you might not be as attracted to that. Just because you realize there are some type of women who are open to receive the type of energy that you're giving off. There's two types when it comes to maybe attraction. If you really want to start talking about attraction, and from a male's perspective, there's two types of women. If you're really okay with yourself, and you're just becoming more confident, and you're really taking care of the things that you really need to, there's going to be two type of women that start appearing in your life. There's going to be there's going to be the type of women who are open to receive the type of masculine energy that you're carrying, and there's another type of woman who just doesn't seem that they're worthy or enough. They're not open to receive the energy. There might be a void maybe in their subconscious. They just might not think that they're really good enough for your energy. This might come off as a little egotistic. This might just come off as someone who thinks this just might come off. It might even come off the wrong way to some people, but this is just an observation. If you truly become a masculine man, a divine masculine, if that's what you want to call it, and you're truly 100%, you're getting to the point where you're 100% confident with yourself, then you start realizing that there's some type of woman, they're literally open to receive the type of energy that you're carrying. And there's some type of women who are just their body language, their behaviors just don't seem as if they are worthy enough to receive this type of energy, because they have never really sensed this type of energy before. They are used to lower mediocre energy. They're used to lower vibrational energy. They haven't really sensed a truly divine masculine type of energy. Some women have. They're truly, if we want to talk about terms of truly divine feminine energy, that type of energy is more receptive to the divine masculine frame type of energy. And these two can live in harmony. But there's some, like I said, there's some type of feminine energy that is just not willing to receive the very true divine masculine energy, if any of this makes sense. So, I mean, you really just have to gauge who is worthy, who acts as if they are worthy. If there's no pout on their face, and they're just really just they're fully receptive to you, then that just means that they're more receptive to your energy. But if they have a void, they might have a frowny face, they might give excuses. They're just not ready to receive that type of energy that you're giving off. They might want to receive another type of energy, but they don't want to receive your energy. And everything is okay. All of this is okay. You just have to gauge who is willing to receive and who isn't willing to receive, because there's people who do not act as if they are worthy enough to receive truly divine masculine energy. You just have to gauge who it is. And you can, like I said, your intuition is so high that we can really kind of gauge where you are on the spectrum of consciousness. The higher your vibrational frequency is, the higher your vibrational consciousness is. And like I said, the higher someone else's, maybe it's a woman's divine, their consciousness, if they're operating from joy and they're just living in their divine role, it's a lot easier for you guys to get along. But to be honest, there are some women who are just in more of their masculine frame, and it's just harder for you guys to correlate. And there's also some men who are a lot more in their feminine energy, feminine role, and it's just harder for truly feminine women to correlate with feminine men. So there has to be a balance. There has to be a big balance. This is the only way. Like I said, you have a better gauge of who can receive your energy, who acts as if they are open to receive this energy, and who acts as if they aren't really open to receive it. So yes, your life starts getting easier for you when you go on secret retention, because the thing is, because if you're always busting nuts, you're always losing energy. You're literally losing the divine essence that is in you, that the divine essence that you can carry to really transform your life. So when the time is right and you really want to procreate, then by all means, go do what you have to do. But if you're consistently vibrating at this lower set of consciousness where you always feel as if you need to bust a nut, you will never really truly live in alignment with your higher self. There is probably Bible scriptures of what I'm saying. Like I said, if you keep busting, you're never going to truly live in that divine life that you really want. People might call it a miracle type of life. And what do I really mean by miracles? It just means that your physical reality is obviously is not normal. It just looks like to people's normal eye, it just seems like you have all the nice things, you have all the good things in life. And this is not even the case, because you have to start realizing who you are. You're a divine being. You're entitled to the best in life. So the problem is just people. The problem is just that people just don't think they're worthy enough. They just don't think they're worthy enough. They double down on how they're not worthy. They make physical examples. They look at all of the physical reasons why they aren't worthy. And then once they're not worthy, what you say you are. So if you're not worthy, if you don't think you're worthy, you will continue to see things in your life that makes you feel unworthy. So that, like I said before, you have to change the conversation. You have to change the beliefs. You have to change the activities. You have to change the habits. You have to change what you pretty much pay attention to on on a consistent basis, and then eventually your reality will morph into the reality that you think that you truly deserve. This is the bottom line. This is it. So, and the thing, like I said, like your people who don't know who you are, and they see you, and they're the outside looking in on your life, they might just see that oh, he's so materialistic, he's this, he's that. And like I said, all of this, like I said before, there are two types of minds that you can operate from: the competitive mind and the creative mind. The competitive mind is the mind that means that they think that, like I said, they think that money is a zero-sum game. They think that there is a lack in the world. They think they have to take from others to get what they want. They think that things aren't possible. They think that everything is logical. They think that everything is, you have to follow this box. You have to think inside the box. You cannot think outside the box. This is the competitive mind. The creative mind is the mind from the Most High, the mind that believes in miracles, the mind that literally believes in the better things, that the best things should be for you, that you are tied to the best. The mind that does not make their decisions based off current circumstances. The mind that operates from infinite source, the infinite formless substance, the infinite, the Most High, the infinite type of energy, infinite source. So they think, so all of these things can be created in the invisible realm, and then eventually they will be physically manifested in the physical world. This is it. But people can't hold a vision. People can't hold a vision. People just can't. They just have to see it to believe it. They're not believe it to see it. And I mean, if you want to keep living your life like this, by all means, go and live your life like this. But there are, like I said before, there are physical examples of people who are living this miraculous type of life, just because of what they thought they were entitled to, and what their beliefs basically said about the reality. So like I said, your eyes hold a lot of power. Your eyes hold a lot of weight. Once your attention, you can literally think. You might even think about people's intentions. You might even see people's intentions before you really see anything. Like, you literally might sense fear from them. You might sense anxiety. You have to pay attention to how you feel when you're around certain people. This is a big indication of how they are feeling, and this is the bottom line. So I mean, I'll finish the video for today. If you want more type of videos like this, make sure you're commenting down below. Give me some feedback. I do realize there are some people who do watch this, but they never really comment. Let's see who, let's just because the algorithm, like I said, the algorithm is something where you may not get videos like these recommended to you unless you're subscribed and you've commented below, because the YouTube algorithm is weird. Also, I am doing video consultations to anybody who really needs it, anybody who wants to really take a deep dive into the infinite, the miraculous, the miracle type of living, the infinite way of life, your unlimited potential. Click the link below and ask a question. I will try to over deliver in the things that I am saying. So like I said, like the video, make sure you comment something below. We will see you gladly in the next one.